Hello again. For the second video, we are going to do a tutorial of Kahoot. Kahoot is a really fun app/website to help students with different quizzes. Sometimes we just do them for fun, like there's a Disney princess one on there that a lot of my kids love to play, mostly because they know how to do it, so they get more points for just being fast at it. So in order to log in, I just click login, and it automatically logs me in because it logs me in through Google, another absolutely wonderful app that uses a collaborative with Google. Makes it really, really easy to log in. Alright, so different things with Kahoot. Kahoot I use for like formative assessing and review, but I never take Kahoot for a grade. It usually just helps me drive instruction if we're doing it on a legitimate thing that we have learned. Say I found a Kahoot on, actually I just did one on irony, and I was able to see which classes were still struggling with deciphering between the three different types of irony. So I bet it'll show me which one we did. If I go through irony, I actually know that I used this one. I can go to my Kahoots though to see which ones that I've actually done. I did the story of an hour a couple weeks ago, and I tested them on the literary devices through it. If I go click through my results, here you can see the April 6th I did irony, and I can open it up and look at different pieces of data to help me at that time decide what irony that I needed to go over a little bit better. It comes into a nice little spreadsheet and will let me know that through this class that we did it on, 83.69% of the answers were correct, and it just gives me a nice little overview between the stores and the question summary. Scroll over and it'll tell me which ones were correct and which ones they still struggled with, and it brings it down to exactly which student was on the struggle bus that day. Alright, get out of that real quick. Alright, so back to Kahoot. Sometimes I just do it at the very end of the hour, and I can just type in anything, or it'll show me top picks that have been played today, or some different options. Down here, I'll just scroll slow so you can see. As you can see, some of them are educational. Most of them are honestly educational. But anybody can make a Kahoot, so you never kind of know what you're going to get. So let's just go Disney Princesses. Click it. There you go. There's a top pick. So you can click it and go through the questions. You can edit how much time is on each question. You can actually edit the actual questions as well. You can duplicate it so that way you can edit it yourself. Click continue edit. There we go. So here's where you can step by step go through every single question and decide maybe I only want this one to be 10 seconds because maybe that one pops up really fast. I can also edit all of the answers and how the question is read. Now with Kahoot, it goes through like a top place. One person wins and it goes all the way to top 5, I believe. And the way that the program awards points is the fastest answer and the one as long as it is correct. So if they answer it correctly but they were like the 10th person to answer it, they're not going to be awarded as many points as the first person who answered it and who answered it correctly. So because they're on a time limit, I wouldn't that's basically the main reason why I wouldn't take this as a grade, is because it's done through time limit. My audience for this would just be through my students. Like I said, we use it sometimes for fun, as you can tell, Disney Princess, or we do it as a review and a way for me to assess. Even sometimes, most of the time I do it at the very end of the hour, and like with irony, that day we did a mini lesson on irony, we did an activity, and then at the end of the hour we did the Kahoot on irony. So I took that as just for myself to be able to see where the students were at with irony, so I knew what I needed to go over the next day. Kahoot is just a really fun way to quiz your students. There are different things to do. There's jumble. We haven't really exactly figured that out. We haven't had the time to be able to dedicate to figuring that out. So maybe during summer school, I'll get that figured out. But I suggest using Kahoot and playing it around with your students and make it more of a fun activity the first few times to get your students used to how to do it before you actually have them do it on a quiz basis for formative assessing.